Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Cash, the president and CEO of CIMA, and welcome to the 2021 CIMA Summit. Now, I don't have to tell anyone here that these last 15 months have been a wild ride for our sector. Unprecedented disruption, revenue declines, a live sector hanging by a thread, and artists cut off from their creative community and their fans. Now, we all know that to survive in the music business at the best of times, you need to be agile and resourceful and innovative. And these tools have really come in handy for our artists and our entrepreneurs as we all try to navigate and negotiate these openings and closings and the various restrictions that have been made that have really affected our sector during this pandemic. And so, we've learned new ways to make music and to write songs and to collaborate and to perform. And thank goodness for that, because music has become essential for people the world over to get through this pandemic. Music has been what people have leaned on. Now, there have been other reckonings during this time, and our sector has sought to respond to systemic racism manifest in all its brutality by the killing of George Floyd and the discovery of the remains of 215 Indigenous children on the grounds of a former residential school in British Columbia. Beginning with breaking down racial barriers, the 10-part video series, and the follow-up declaration to end anti-Black racism in the Canadian music industry, CIMA has embarked on a long overdue journey of learning, of listening, and of change, committing to acquiring a true understanding of what allyship means as we work with the entire BIPOC community in the sector to build a more diverse membership that reflects the reality of the music business today and that reflects the diversity we see around us as we walk down any city street in the country. No one thought this pandemic would last this long, and governments, particularly the federal government, have responded with a staggering amount of emergency pandemic funding. And these programs have been crucial to our sector, particularly the emergency wage and rent subsidies and the CERB, which was really a groundbreaking income support measure that has kept this sector together. Now, it's been replaced by the Canadian Recovery Benefit, and all of these benefits are set to wind down in September. And the government, may be winding these programs down just a bit too soon. So among the many advocacy files we'll be pushing with government throughout the summer is the likely need to extend these programs until we are truly on the road to recovery. Now, speaking of advocacy and policy, CIMA has been fully engaged in ensuring the voice of Canadian-owned independent music sector is heard loud and clear in the corridors of power in our federal parliament and in provincial legislatures and city halls across the country. And so whether it's legislating big tech through Broadcast Act amendments like Bill C-10 with its potential to bring in over $800 million of new money into the film, TV, and music sectors, or pushing for copyright changes that could bring in as much as $70 million more into the music sector, I want to let you know that your membership helps bring your voice, helps bring our collective voice to these tables. And this is incredibly important. And, in the past, CIMA and its predecessor, SERPA, have been instrumental in the creation of CanCon regulations and the development of various investment funds, including, importantly, Factor. Now, these accomplishments were game-changing innovations at the time, and they helped develop and bolster a strong domestic music industry for a domestic audience. Now, in today's borderless digital world, digital platforms have transformed the music business, as we all know, and now it's a purely global market, and our policy objectives must focus now on the goal of building our companies and our artists to be successful in that global marketplace. Now, Bill C-10 was the bill that I think many thought was going to start us down that road, and it's possible that in the remaining days of the parliamentary session, it may still pass and become the law of the land. However, it's more likely that in the fall, we'll be back to the drawing board. And I want to just say that CIMA is well placed and ready to make significant contributions as we move forward. Now, throughout the pandemic, the CIMA team has done an incredible job pivoting to serve up a huge amount of virtual showcase export professional and business development opportunities for our members, for you. They didn't let travel restrictions get in the way of partnering with 15 different countries over 24 export events. We showcased 47 artists and had over 296 companies engage in our business development and international events, as well as over 5,500 attendees at our professional development sessions. The list goes on and on, but I'd really like to take this opportunity to give a huge shout out of thanks and recognition to the small but mighty staff at CIMA, Matt Baidu, Jenya Shukov, Sam Rayner, Elise Rustad, Trisha Carter, Kevin Dales, as well as Music Ontario's Executive Director, Emmy Stancheva. And I'd also really like to thank CIMA's Board of Directors and its chair, Tim Podosick, as well, of course, as all of our funding partners. Thank you all so much. Now, I'm really excited about this summit. I mean, I know I'm the new guy here, but still, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to thought leader Sherry Hughes' presentation on what the future of music looks like post-pandemic. We're introducing a new CIMA program called Ask Me Anything. And to kick that off, I can't think of a better duo to ask questions to than Cadence Weapon and Jay Devenish. That's going to be really cool. The incredible Sate is going to lead a really interesting conversation with fellow artists Witch Prophet and I and T. Thomason. They're going to be talking about how they all moved through and navigated this pandemic. And there's going to be a whole lot more. And we've left time in the schedule each day so you can network and follow up with a speaker maybe and learn about some of CIMA's sponsors, meet new people, and of course, reconnect with old friends. So I hope you all have a great time over these next 2 days. And thank you all so much for coming to the 2021 CIMA Summit. Now, how about we get this show on the road? Thanks so much. Bye-bye.